Viewers disappointed by Netflix's cancellation of a 2-year-old highly acclaimed horror show must watch a new Stephen King-approved series. Although Netflix is known for having a massive catalogue of acclaimed horror shows, many that have landed on the streaming platform have never been able to reach their natural conclusion. One of these horror shows, adapted from a podcast, premiered on the streaming giant in the first month of 2022. With James W.N. as one of its executive producers, the series performed incredibly well among critics and still boasts a Rotten Tomatoes score of 87%. However, despite garnering critical acclaim and ending its first season's run on an ambiguous note, the Netflix show was abruptly cancelled. Many viewers even complained about Netflix's decision to pull the plug on the series, but nothing changed the outcome. Fortunately, 2 years after the show's release, another similar series is now available for streaming. Teacup and Archive 81 are both acclaimed horror shows produced by James W.N. Before Teacup, Archive 81 was the last horror show W.N. produced. Created by Ian McCulloch, Peacock's new horror show Teacup is loosely based on the novel Stinger by Robert R. McCammon. James W.N. serves as its executive producer, and the show has a decent Rotten Tomatoes score of 79%. Stephen King, too, recently gave the series his stamp of approval by calling it strange, creepy, claustrophobic, and scary. The king of horror even compared it with other renowned shows like Lost and From, claiming viewers who loved the two series would enjoy Teacup. Here is his full review for the Peacock series. Episodes. All killer, no filler. Peacock bows October 10th, Stephen King, at Stephen King, October 1, 2024. While Stephen King compared the show with From and Lost, it is hard not to notice how Teacup shares many similarities with Netflix's Archive 81. Based on a podcast series of the same name, Archive 81 also had James W.N. as one of its executive producers. Like Teacup, it was also a critical success. 2 of its episodes were also helmed by Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, who have garnered immense praise for their indie horror films and recent work in several MCU projects. Unfortunately, despite showing immense potential, Archive 81 was cancelled by Netflix after Season 1. Why Netflix cancelled Archive 81 after only 1 season? The show did not fulfill Netflix's expectations. According to reports, via Small Screen, Archive 81 was initially on the verge of being renewed. An anonymous source revealed that the show's creators were also a few days away from going into pre-production and even its scripts were being worked on. However, things took a 360 when it came down to Archive 81 Season 2's budget. After considering the show's overall views after Season 1, Netflix's executives did not feel it brought in enough new viewers. The source also said that for a show made on a relatively tight budget, Archive 81 did well on Netflix. However, despite its decent overall views and positive critical reception, it did not fall into Netflix's desired metrics for renewal. Although the source did not delve into the details of the metrics, they revealed Netflix has arbitrary cutoff points that determine a show's fate. Their insights suggest that the proposed budget for Archive 81 Season 2 was not in tandem with what Netflix was willing to offer. Brit Marling and Zalbat Manglid's The OA was also cancelled after Season 2 for similar reasons. How Teacup's horror themes and tropes compare to Archive 81. The two shows perfectly combine horror with sci-fi. Man in Gas Mask and Scott Speedman looking startled in Teacup custom image by Simone Ashmore. For starters, both Teacup and Archive 81 instill a sense of claustrophobia in viewers by primarily unfolding in isolated settings. In their opening arcs, the two present a series of inexplicable events before gradually descending into heavy sci-fi. After riffing on the viewer's fear of the unknown almost throughout their first halves, both shows finally start offering insights into what is happening by revealing the origins of their central mysterious threats. The two shows also bring a human element to their narrative by focusing on familial themes surrounding trust and sacrifice. However, despite the many similarities, Teacup and Archive 81 are unique in their own way. Teacup embraces horror and paranoia by introducing a mysterious masked man whose arrival upends the main characters' lives. It becomes scarier and more intriguing as the characters try to figure out the rules of the strange situation they are in. Archive 81's terrors seem more reminiscent of movies like The Ring because the show uses technology as a vessel to highlight the eerie connections between the past and the present.